Alright, so today we're going to be replacing a Grant steering wheel adapter. First things first, before you touch anything, you go down here. You're going to disconnect your horn so that you're not making a bunch of noise. Make sure it doesn't work. Alright, so you can get a flathead screwdriver. Anything will really do, and you're just going to try to kind of pop off that back part. You should hear it click. You're able to twist it off with a little bit of pull there. Alright, it should come right off. And the spring, disconnect this little wire here. Next, what I like to use is just one of these things right here. 21mm side should work just fine. Put it on there. Turn it to the left. So it's a little loose. You can get it with your hand a little bit. Alright, so now that's pretty good. You want to leave a little bit on there so you can pull off the steering wheel. What you need to do is pull on each side. Let's put this guy right here. Pull on each side over and over again. It's going to pop off. Might have to loosen this a tiny bit more. There we go. And you should take that bolt out there, center bolt, and the steering wheel will come right off. So next what you need to do is take off these 3 bolts here. 1, 2, and 3. They'll be 13mm. So like I said, 13mm will do the trick. Make sure it's on the... Turn it off. Just make sure to hold it while you do it. You should be good to go. Alright, so once you have those bolts loosened up, just kind of take them off here. There'll be a washer stuck on there. Just lift the wheel up, and then it's pretty much all taken apart. And once you get your new part, all you have to do is pretty much do the same thing in reverse order. So instead of having this old one, you'll have a new one. Just make sure the wire goes through this hole right here. Just kind of feed it through. Like a Chuck E. Cheese game, something like that. Go line those bolts up. There we go. Now this is probably the hardest part. Get your steering wheel. Again, feed it through that hole. Do that real quick. Alright, so there you go. You got the steering wheel on, you put the wire through, just make sure these 3 bolts are lined up. Then what you do is I like to put some washers here, because otherwise the horn doesn't really work that well. It just kind of stays on all the time. With the washers here though, it makes a better contact, gives a little space, all that good noise. Alright. Yep. Then you're going to have a new one of these discs. Put the disc in here. Make sure this part is facing towards you. Perfect. And you get one of these bolts is going to have a washer on it. If not, just put your other washer in there. I'll kind of put it down towards the bottom so it's easier. Just like that. Just kind of sneak it underneath here. Put it like that. Just kind of do it hand tight for now works. Might be a little tough, definitely give it a little pressure on that bolt. Then you do the same thing, you just kind of get the bolt. What I like to do is make sure these are lined up. See, like that right there. Make sure it's right there. Put the bolts on the washers. Put the bolts on the washers just like that. Kind of hand tighten it in. You might have to wiggle it a little bit. Just keep wiggling and turning until it goes in there right. There we go, almost. There you go. You just got to kind of wiggle it until it goes in. Get the third one in there. Same thing. The third one's probably going to be the easiest since you already got the other two. Alright. Nice and hand tight. Get your thing. Get your ratchet. Turn it to the left so it's tightening it. And give it a couple more squeezes there. A couple more turns. Now I'm going to go off camera, make sure these are really nice and tight. You do the same. Alright, so those are nice and snug now. What you want to do last is just connect this little guy here. And then kind of get this wire, try to get it out of the way. Usually I like to do it like that, so it's kind of not in the way of the bolt, not in the way of this thing moving up and down. The metal's not touching anything. And then you bring it back to the car. Now we just got to put it back in. Make sure it's pretty straight. And then you just kind of got to push it real hard. And you'll kind of hear it click in, and make sure you'll kind of see it just go deeper in. And then you just put the other bolt on. Here's that bolt from before. Nothing too crazy. Get your 21 millimeter. Tighten you do after you tighten this bolt down. First, make sure it's not wiggling, making any noise. Make sure it's nice and firm, everything like that. So make sure that's all good. Then you get the cap from the horn. You get your spring. Put it on there. You might want to use some tape if the spring's giving you some trouble not staying in place where you want it to be. And you just kind of put it in there. So there you go. You just kind of fall off sometimes. But it's really not too difficult. It's only hard because I only have one hand. Let's see if I could do it like that. See? Just get it like that. Put it on there. Twist it a little bit. Alright, perfect. So, there's actually one thing I like to check is like sometimes the corner, this will be higher than that. All you have to do to fix that is get this little screwdriver right there and kind of pop it up, push it down again, and it should be nice and even. Don't forget, put your fuse back in where you got it. Right down here, it'll be the first one on the left. Sometimes that'll happen. They'll get stuck like that. You just have to press the horn, and then it'll get unstuck for you. Other than that, just make sure to put this black piece of plastic back onto the car. And everything's good to go.